Hello everyone, this is Seaweed from Tribal Soup Project and welcome to another episode of SIMsational. As the title says, we're going to focus on creating a textured look on the outside of our structure in order to help give the building a more three-dimensional look. So jumping right in here, we're going to begin by working with different wall patterns. By the time you have the entire outline of your home completed, it's probably pretty safe to say that you already have a good idea of what you want the structure to look like, especially where color and style are concerned. The easiest way to create a three-dimensional effect using wall patterns is to choose something which is not just a solid color. When placing wall patterns on the inside of the home, this is not something you really need to worry about so much. You know, when you use a completely solid and textureless color on the inside, it's going to work just fine because there are all kind of furniture and pictures hanging on the walls and whatnot. But if you do this on the outside, you're going to have to compensate the three-dimensional effect in other ways. You can do this by using the friezes and different exterior trims. You can use wall sculptures, columns, and a good idea is to also use windows that either extend out from the wall or else have shutters. Real quick for an example here, if you take this long section of a straight wall here and you add a solid color, we're gonna go ahead and go with I want to go with green, I think, like that. As you can see, it looks pretty flat. It doesn't have much of a three-dimensional look to it. And then it's going to make it worse if I use, now I love these windows. I love these kind of windows right here. But when you have a solid color wall pattern, these windows don't really help in the area where the three-dimensional look comes in. So, what you need to do is you need to compensate the three-dimensional look in other ways. I'm going to begin doing that by adding a large frieze. I think I'll go with this one. Yep, I'll add that on there. And then I will pick out some windows that have shutters on them. Actually, let's go with these. Those really help add a lot to it. You can also do these windows here, and then you can add columns in between them to create a more three-dimensional look. Let me get this even here, that, and that. So both of those things will really help when you have a solid color wall on the outside. All you have to do is pick out objects. Oh, also another good way is to add these flower boxes. These flower boxes really add a lot to the three-dimensional look as well. So yeah, as you can see, you can use a solid color on the exterior as long as you compensate the three-dimensional effect in other ways. Unless, of course, you don't care and it's totally cool to do what you do. So since I have these long flat walls on this area here, I really want to use all the tools available to me to give it more of the three-dimensional look. Let me get rid of all this on here real quick. And okay, so like I said, wall patterns with different textures are our friends. And another thing which will really add to the overall effect in a positive way is to use a variety of different patterns. So I've got my heart set on a Tudor-styled home, which is going to be so easy to do since I will have all these different wall patterns available to me that will go along with that. As a quick tip, in case you don't already know, when you place wall patterns on the wall, if you hold down the shift on the keyboard, then your entire section is going to fill in with it. If you plan on using multiple different wall patterns, you're going to want to be careful doing that because you don't want to accidentally erase something that you had already done. So you just want to be aware of that. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to speed through adding all the different wall patterns on my home, and I will be back with adding windows and doors after that. Okay, well, I think that doesn't look half bad. I would even go so far as to say it looks pretty simmerific. I can now go ahead and add on the balcony fences. And another good way to create a textured look is to not use one style fence for the entire length. I will show you here. I know that I'm going to want to use this cobbled stone fencing. So I'm going to go ahead and put this fencing on the entire line first, because I know for certain this is one of the ones I want to use. Like that. And then I'll come around and do the same thing on these back balconies. Okay. And now I'm going to pick out my other fence style that I want. I think I'm going to go with this black iron fence. And I'm going to put this just along the center of these balconies, like that. And as you can see, adding that on there really added a lot to the look. Do the same thing over here in the front. Like that. No, I'm not going to do it right there. I'm going to do one right here. And then this only has 2 spaces, but I'll just make it in line with this one. So it'll be right here. And that looks good. That's added a lot. And then really quickly, I'm going to go ahead and put down some pavers for the porch floors. And I can see better if I come in from above here, there, here, here, and here. Good, that all matches really nicely. Okay, now that I have all of that together, I can go ahead and start thinking about what kind of windows and doors I want to have on it, because I do have so much going on with the different textured wall patterns. I don't necessarily have to use windows that like have shutters and stuff like that. I am going to be having like flower boxes and vines crawling up walls and stuff like that, since it is the Tudor style house. So really any of the windows I want to use, even these flat looking ones, will do just fine. And I am going to go ahead and add all those, and you can listen to some cool music while I do that. And there you have it, creating a textured and three-dimensional look using wall patterns, windows, doors, wall sculptures, etc. My next episode will cover working with pools, fountains, and creating a natural look. Please feel free to subscribe, leave a comment below, check out some of my other stuff located in the description below. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Bye.